Hey guys, this is a 1981 Evergo 36-inch industrial ceiling fan. Now, as of now, at the time of me recording this video, this is the oldest and also the only industrial ceiling fan I have in my collection. It's just about 40 years old. So this fan is in the dark chocolate brown finish. I believe these were also sold under the Leslie Lock brand name, and also it came in white. But this is the dark brown color, which in my opinion looks a bit nicer, because you see white industrial fans all the time, but brown ones are far less common, so it's pretty neat. So originally for mounting, I believe this fan was intended for a J-hook, which I did get along with the fan. It's a very large 4 or 5 inch J-hook, but I wanted to utilize the electrical box I have up here because it already has power, and I didn't want to drill any other holes. But luckily this fan also came with a secondary mounting bracket, which is shaped like a U with 2 wings on the side, so you can screw them into the electrical box. And that turned out to be a very tedious task. The way it's set up, you have to simultaneously install the motor while you're screwing in the mounting bracket. So I had to ask my dad for help so he could support the motor while I was screwing the bracket in, and it was kind of tedious. It's not a one-man job, but I got it up and it's all secured up now. Now this box also had the speed control, which I'll show you in a bit, and these 2 screws are for the canopy. I have it dislodged so I can show you guys the information sticker. So I'll bring a ladder here and give you guys some close-up shots before I demo it. It's got 3 aluminum blades which have some minor paint loss, and I'm guessing this is from while the fan was in storage. Someone must have stacked the blades, and the rivets there from the adjacent blades probably scratched the paint around it. Kind of a bummer, but oh well, it's not that bad. The pitch is pretty minimal. And also the blades, I think they're sagging just a little bit, which I was a bit surprised because they're metal blades, but I'm pretty sure I can fix that no problem. And this fan runs just fine. I haven't fully restored it yet. I just cleaned it up a bit, but I haven't done anything to the paint, so I may end up polishing up the paint and do a more thorough job with the cleaning later on. So this motor is a cast motor. I'm not sure if it's cast iron or cast aluminum, but it's very heavy. And by very heavy, I mean it. It is so heavy that I'm pretty sure this motor weighs more than any other ceiling fan motor I have. It is ridiculously heavy. And up here you can see the mounting for the blades. It's a little dusty, like I said. Let me duck so I can turn the blades around. The paint's okay for the most part. Here's the information sticker. 0.7 amps, model 3E-6. This is a 36-inch fan made by the Evergo Industrial Enterprise. There's one more sticker on the other side, but that's just a warning about the ceiling height. Yeah, mounted 8 feet or higher. So here's the lower canopy, the upper canopy. So I took the screws out of here so I can show you guys the internals. Let's try this angle, see if it's any better. Yep. I'm just going to push this insulated paper out of the way. So there you can see the capacitor. I'm not really sure what the rating is, but it's got the date code on it. This is April of 1981. I'm not sure what the 3 means. Maybe it's a 3 microfarad capacitor. There's a little junction box. It's a very simple construction. This down rod assembly is 1 piece cast metal. Probably iron, I'm not sure. But this thing's really heavy, like I said. Now, in the canopy, there's another date code, the finished date of the 22nd of April 1981. So that's kind of cool that they put the actual date in there. This fan can't be reversed from here like most residential grade ceiling fans, but it's a very simple yet reliable construction. Let me try to pop this back down. All right, so there's the fan, and over here I've got the speed control that came with it. Now, I'm not sure if this is a genuine Evergo control or if it's an aftermarket part, but either way, this is a fairly old unit. It's a variable speed control, non-reversible. It's a very simple little control, but it works fine. The low speed range is not the best. It's still quite fast, even though when it's turned down all the way. And I would have preferred something that's got a much bigger range, so the high speed is, as fast as it can go, and the low speed is much more tamed. But, I mean, I'm not going to complain. It came with the fan, it works fine, so it is what it is. And also, I took down this Hunter Holden for this installation. There's the original wall switch that came with the house. Now, I showed you guys this before. This is the box that the J-hook goes in. But when I got the fan, the speed control was also in here. So I'm wondering if this box is original to that speed control. That'd be pretty cool if that's true. Alright, so I'm going to start up the fan on low speed and I'm going to gradually turn it up to high. Now when it first starts up, there's a slight buzz from the motor, and I'm guessing that's just caused by the variable speed control, but when the fan gets up to speed, that kind of fades away, so here it is. We'll start it up on low speed. Slowly getting up to speed now. Even on low, you can really tell that this is a industrial intended fan because it's moving a lot of air. Far more than any residential grade ceiling fan of this size, that's for sure. And it's also very well balanced. I didn't even attempt to balance this one bit. I just installed it one attempt and it's perfectly in balance. Zero wobble. So that's really cool. Yeah, the blades are a bit droopy, but it doesn't affect the balance. And also you can see that they're not consistent up and down, so I'll need to tweak that when I have some time. Alright, we'll bump it up to about a quarter way up. It's a slight increase in speed. This control slightly has an exponential curve where the more you turn it, the faster the speed increases. It's a very marginal increase from the lowest speed. But you can definitely tell the difference in the airflow. Alright, we'll move it up to about maybe like halfway. Starting to sound more like a helicopter now, with that chopping sound. Yeah, already this thing is really just whipping the air around a room. It's got so much power. Alright, we'll move it up to about 3/4 way to full speed. Starting to crank out some serious amount of air now. Alright, last but not least, here's full power. This thing flies on high speed. Oop, just bumped the tripod again. Now I'll cut the power. It doesn't have a super long spin down time because the bearings are a bit stiff. They're not noisy, but they're not as smooth or as free as they should be. But it's alright, the fan still runs good, as you can see. Maybe someday I'll go in and replace the bearings, if I plan on using this more regularly. Alright, so that is the 1981 Evergo 36-inch industrial ceiling fan. Just ending the video in time for the sunset, so that's great. It's starting to get dark in this room. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.